We have a full crew here this morning as we get ready for the Teddy Bear Toss at NMU's hockey game on Friday. Joining us in the studio is Jim Reeves to tell us all about it. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Excellent, yes. And who are your two friends?
Well, we don't really have a name for them. I'm going to let them be named by the two children that up on Christmas morning pick them up and give them a big hug and start their Christmas morning off well.
Yes, and that's exactly what this is all about, the Teddy Bear Toss. So can you tell us a little bit about what the Teddy Bear Toss is?
Yeah, years ago, the Student Athletic Advisory Committee from Northern Students started out a Teddy Bear Toss. At the time I was a publisher of the Mining Journal and we had the cheer club. And they had people throw teddy bears on the ice that they could then turn over to the cheer club and then turn over to St. Vincent de Paul and Salvation Army. I think the first year though, they only got about 35 or so. So I got involved in it through the Mining Journal. We started advertising it, and then through stations like yourself, and we appreciate having this opportunity to tell people about it today. We've grown it to over 400 to 500 bearers. Matter of fact, the year that we couldn't even have a Teddy Bear Toss on the ice because it was COVID and there were no live games, we got about 650 that year. They did a drive-by Teddy Bear Toss at the Barrie Event Center.
Wow.
The athletes, the athletic director were outside, people were coming by, tossing teddy bears at them and putting them in for that. So, but it's really a special thing because these are people that wouldn't have anything possibly at Christmas without the help of Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul. And over 400, if we get over 400, I'm hoping for 500 bears this year. That's a lot of happy children on Christmas morning.
Definitely. So yeah, what exactly happens once the teddy bears are thrown onto the ice? They get collected, and right. You mentioned the Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul. How does that process kind of work?
Well, first off, the most important thing is once we throw them on the ice, somebody's got to pick them up.
Right.
So, and that's the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. Patrick and Elise were with us this morning earlier talking about that. And they collect them, put them in bags. That's a lot of bears. Sometimes there's 4 or 5 foot bears in there that they've got to stuff into a bag and bring them down. Then they take them down to the Mining Journal office and drop them off, and then the Mining Journal takes them and they split them in half, and they give half to St. Vincent de Paul and half to the Salvation Army. And also should be aware that if you can't make it to the game, doesn't mean you can't participate in the Teddy Bear Toss. You can just bring one down to the Mining Journal at any time and drop it off there if you can't make it to the game.
Perfect. And for people who want to drop off a teddy bear, are there any requirements? You know, do they have to be new, or you know, how does that work exactly?
Well, yeah, there really isn't anything written down. It'd obviously be better if it was new or whatever, but these guys have been kind of celebrities the last week or so. They've been getting around quite a bit.
Making the rounds.
They're making the rounds, so that's okay. And then it doesn't have to be a teddy bear either. Any kind of a stuffed toy that you have, dogs, cats, octopuses, whatever you want to have. So I guess the octopuses make sense because the Red Wings used to throw those on the ice after they scored. So.
Excellent. And for you, you know, personally, to see how much this has grown, the community getting behind this, you know, what does that say about this effort and the community that we have here in the Marquette area?
Well, the community has been fantastic because without that, you know, we're out of business. Without the Bears being on the ice, we're out of business. Without SAC, the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, picking the Bears up and taking them down there, and then the Salvation Army and St. Vincent's to distribute them to the people, it wouldn't happen. But this community has been overwhelming with their support for this type of a thing. And it's kind of a neat graphic to see at the game when all of a sudden you see 400 to 500 bears flying through the air and landing on the ice and having the students pick them up.
Oh, I bet it is a cool sight. And so for people who are going to the game, when is the game exactly?
Game is Friday night against Ferris State, 7:07 start time, and then they'll announce after the first period of the game, there's 3 periods of the hockey game, they will announce that to go ahead and throw the Bears on the ice after the first period, and you go on from there. And by the way, for Northern, and I've got my Northern support hat on today too, you know, it's been kind of a challenging year for the hockey team this year just because of the transition with the brand new coach. Dave Shyak's back. We're really excited that he's back as our coach again, and we're struggling a little bit because we had to put together pretty much a whole new team. We lost 14, 15 of our players through the portal, the transfer portal. Right. So it's been a bit of a challenge, but the team needs your support too. So you got 2 birds with 1 stone. You support the hockey team, which they really need on Friday night if you're there, and you bring a bear and you're supporting the kids at Christmas morning.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody, it sounds like. So yes. Is there anything else that you want to mention that I didn't ask you?
No, I think that's it. If you can get there, hopefully you can get to the game and support both things, but if you can't, just drop off a teddy bear, or you know, they accept any types of toys down at the Mining Journal. But I think the Festive Bear offers a special treat for kids because they get that, probably goes to bed with them on Christmas night then, and maybe it's still around 5 years with that memory of getting that special bear on Christmas morning one day.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Jim, for joining us this morning. And, you know, head over to the store, grab a bear. This one's perfect. You said there's good deals at Menards.
Yes, yeah. Well, and anywhere else in town that's got them. I'm sure the others, big box stores have them.
Exactly.
As well,
I'm sure they're not hard to find.
Right.
Thank you, Jim. And we'll be back with more My UP Mornings after the break.